Yes.
All right, thank you for the confirmation. My name still remains Emmanuel. If you don't know me, my name remains Emmanuel Inzel, and I'm a Nigerian. I'm a businessman by profession, and that's one thing I love about crypto. You buy the dip, you sell the high, right? Don't marry the coin. I'm currently residing in Malaysia, the land that I say normally it flows with milk and honey. Um, I'm welcoming each and every one of us to Monday training by Pastor Ruben. And if you are excited to be here, I want you to show some expression, an emoji expression, just to let us know how you feel about this meeting tonight. That is not be like we are trying to fulfill all righteousness, right? It's Monday, let me just go for schooling sake. And then you just live for living sake. And then at the end of the day, you get nothing out of it. So I'm sure we are not in that situation. So can someone please pop on the chat what's the big catch for today? Because we have an important guest speaking. Can someone just remind us? Probably remind me. Let me pretend like I've forgotten what we have to do, please. If you remember, please have your camera turned on if you're in a comfortable situation. And awesome, awesome. Thank you, Rebecca. That's absolutely right. Please have the camera turned on if you're in a comfortable environment, and do well to put your speaker on mute so we don't get distracted. Um, I will quickly just go on a recap because I wouldn't like to take much of our time and trying to be a more devotional speaker today because I'm not one. So how have we all been practicing based on our recent training? The power of failure. That's an exciting and interesting topic for us to go along with. If you can pop on the chat again, how you've been, you know, doing life or journeying with your goals, ambition, purpose, dream, whatever resonates with you, how you've been tackling your challenges. I will just quickly share a story about the power of failure. I was 2 years ago precisely, I was at a church service and the man of God was ministering, and the unction for him to prophesy was there for him. So he spoke to a young man, and the man was passing through the the drought of life, if I must say that. Sorry, my WhatsApp is connected to my PC, so you might have some background. I apologize for that in advance. So the man of God was prophesying to him and strengthening him not to give up, telling him keeping on. I know things are hard, but you will definitely come out of this situation because your dreams are big. And at the point in the time of your life, money will work for you. You wouldn't even do just like this, money will work for you. So the young man was encouraged and left the service with his shoulders held high. Well, the funny thing that the young man did was he went about telling people, because the man of God is being respected, and most of the time when he prophesies, it always comes to pass. So he was like telling people, um, this man spoke to me, and I know God talked to me through him. So he went about borrowing money because the man of God told him he will be so rich. And then when you don't give him money, he'll be like, oh my God, you don't know what is about coming. When I have money, because you refuse to give me at that time when I will be so rich. When I have money, I wouldn't give you. I will show you. I will do this. I will do that. A year is gone. Nothing happened. 2 years, nothing happened. Why? Because of his mindset. He didn't cultivate the right attitude that would take him to that altitude. What am I trying to say in essence? We heard about the power of failure. So now don't just go about doing things and expecting to fail because our mentors say, oh, failure is cool. When you fail, you will bounce back. Try hard not to fail. Do your best to avoid failure. But if you're working on the right direction, peradventure, it didn't work out right. It's cool. Don't be hard on yourself. But don't believe like, okay, I'm just gonna fail to get it started. Don't be like the young man. And having said that, I would like us to get our writing materials ready so that you can write fast, but write in a way you will understand your own handwriting. Don't be like me. Sometimes when I attend seminars, I just write boom, 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 boom. And when I go home to read, I'll be like, I don't understand what I'm reading. I say some things in my mind and I write the continuation on the book. So please do well to pay attention and let's enjoy this section together. So with smiles on our face, please, I want to see everybody smiling. If you're not smiling, I will not invite the speaker of the day. With smiles on our face, let's invite my mentor, high sense brain. I call him doctor, call him my bishop. I call him everything worthy of calling him. Pastor Ruben, you are welcome to the call. You're looking sweet.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. And guys, can we just put a 777 in the chat group to say thank you to Emmanuel? He does such a great hosting. Welcome to everyone. My name is Ruben, and I won't be the speaker for today, but I am the introducer for today, which I'm excited about. So we kind of have a host, a second host, and then we have our amazing speaker that we're looking forward to. But we just got a few more people jumping in, so I'll pass you on to the amazing what we've got planned today in the next minute or so. But yes, can we please put a 777 to say thank you to Emmanuel? Because this is not an easy thing to come up and speak, right? So every Mondays, for those who are new here, welcome. Some of you have been invited here by others specifically to listen to our amazing Hana. Mute a few people. Yep. And others are here because this is what we do every Monday as a wealth creation program. Emmanuel, thank you for the summary. Last week, we did the power of failure. We've been talking about the power of thoughts, the power of words, the power of imagination. But last week, we did the power of failure. And I think that we've had the most number of people viewing the YouTube videos as well, because the power of failure is something we've never thought about. Is not the opposite to success, but on the way to success, right? So absolutely wonderful. And bro, thank you again for your hosting. Really appreciate it. Who is excited for their Monday? If you are excited, please put a yes in the chat group, or on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's do a 1 to 10 scale. Who's excited for Monday? 10 being super excited, 1 being not so excited. You know what I do to get excited? I go to the gym in the mornings, but today I missed the morning, so I had to go in the afternoon, right? And I still stay excited because I take my family with me as well, and it motivates us to be able to do something that takes our brain into a place where we can think. How many here are? Oh, we got lots of 9s and 10s and 8s. Amazing. How many of you here are ready to learn something today? Because every time we get on, we're ready to learn. We should be learning something. So I think Emmanuel did the right thing by saying, get a notepad, get ready, because we're going to be happening. It's going to be happening in a couple of minutes' time. So who's ready with a notepad? What we're going to be learning today is exciting. We've talked about creating wealth is not about, it's 10% strategy, 90% mindset. Okay, would you agree with that? All right. And so your mind is what creates the wealth, and wealth is different from being rich. So we always say what? The poor beg for money, the rich chase after money, but the wealthy control money. And we want to be in that space. So I was just pondering on the 2 books I've been reading this year, which will be really connected well with our speaker today. One of them is The Psychology of Money. Has anyone read this? So we were at the airport a few months ago, and my wife just picked it up and said, "Hey, honey, you need to read this book. I think you'll enjoy it." And the other one is The Tax Secrets of the Rich. For those in Australia, really worth getting. Yes, I can see Margaret's got it. I don't know if anyone else has, but it is worth looking at because, hey, who likes paying taxes? We don't talk about tax evasion. We always say tax minimization. And to pay your taxes, you've got to do your books, right? And to do your books, who gets stressed about books? Yes, I will put my hand up a million times. So I was so excited when I got to have the opportunity to meet this amazing woman. And I tell you from my heart, the 3 things I was thinking about that I love about Hana is 1, she's super smart and passionate about what she's doing. I don't know if anyone's ever gone into business with someone or went to buy something from someone who might be very competent, but isn't excited about what they do. But if you find someone who's passionate about what they do plus competent, that is amazing, right? And so that is what I've recognized with her, and I've had the privilege of being on a coaching. She's being part of my coaching program as well. Second, she has this amazing way of making numbers look a little bit like fun. Especially when you do bookkeeping, which I've not met any accountants are boring normally. Excuse all the accountants in the room, but she does a great job with numbers, and she's excited about it, so she makes everyone get excited about it. And three, she's got a wacky sense of humor. Whoever knows Hannah, can you put a 10 if you agree that she's got this really amazing sense of humor? She comes across as a really soft, quiet person, but she has got a sense of humor that, hey, look, we got the tens happening, right? And I can say for 100%, I've had, we meant to have an hour session. Sometimes Hannah goes on for much longer, right? Because we connect well. And then the stuff that she does is amazing. So, guys, without further ado, thank you for all those who have been here. Thank you for our regulars that come every Monday. And everyone's invited to come on a Monday. They feel like around this hour, we do an hour of wealth creation mindset. Thank you for the new visitors that are coming in and those who are coming to support Hannah as well. And for our team that runs with her, how many of you are excited about getting to launch a new arena with Hannah, which is going to be amazing, which is going to be exciting. Hannah, I'm going to do this intro and pass it to you. The best, the best bookkeeper, the top number one top bookkeeper in Australia, bookkeeping coach in Australia, is right here in our midst, guys. Right. And I love the vision, the purpose, because how many of you know if you don't have the right mindset, you can't, no matter how good you are at something, you can't see it through. And so to have a vision like an eagle and then get on the ground and go, I'm going for this is amazing. So can we put our virtual hands together? You can send hearts, you can send emojis, you can send whatever you want on the screen. And it'd be great if you guys could turn on your cameras as well, for those who can, if you're in a safe area, just to encourage everyone here, and especially Hannah. I want to pass it over to Hannah as she takes over and gives us an amazing education. And I was going to say performance, but you're not going to dance, right, Hannah? So, well, you never know. Over to you. She's almost saying yes. You're not muted yet. You're not unmuted yet. Now you are.
I am now. Thank you. I'm not going to dance and I'm not going to sing because it's going to rain. You will excuse me. I'm going to talk though. Thank you so much for this first, Emmanuel and Ruben, for this wonderful introduction. Very excited to be here. Let me share my screen and we can get going. Can you see my screen? All good? Yep, Emmanuel, thank you. I saw your. So thank you everyone again. Thank you, Ruben, for hosting and for introducing me. Let's start. I have a lot I would like to deliver today. For those of you who doesn't know me, my name is Hana, and I am the founder and owner of Efficiency. I am certified, just a little bit about me and my qualification. I am certified bookkeeper and registered bus agent. I will use a bit of abbreviation, but I will explain. I'm a member of ICB, which is the Institute of Certified Bookkeeper, and Tax Practitioner Board, the TPB. I am QuickBooks Pro Advisor, my partner, Zero Partner. I have certificate in small business, and my background is actually, I have Bachelor of Software Engineering. Now, excuse me. The reason I established Efficiency and now I'm focusing more about coaching is that I am extremely passionate. Those who knows me well know this, about supporting business owner to get organized, reduce their stress, and feel confident when it comes to their bookkeeping. And trust me, it is doable. I offer unique blends of bookkeeping and coaching services to complement the ongoing bookkeeping support and software training. Now, let me ask you a quick question, please. What would you like to achieve from this webinar today? Would you like to reduce your stress when it comes to the bookkeeping? Do you want to build your confidence, to gain knowledge, avoid mistakes maybe, save money, save time, all the above? Please write in the chat so I will know what stage you're at and what would you like. Let me know which one applies to you. All the above, I see lots of 8s, 8, 8, 8, gain knowledge. Beautiful. Gain. Amazing. All right. So as you can see, guys, you're not alone. Lots of business owners reach out to me when they're overwhelmed. Lots of time I hear that they are ashamed because they are behind in their bookkeeping or tasks. So today we are going to explore some strategies to help you in that. And combined with my coaching, you can leave those feelings behind and feel in control when it comes to your bookkeeping. So what we are going to talk about today, business mindset. And I swear, Ruben didn't see my presentation talking about mindset. What is bookkeeping and what are the benefits of good bookkeeping? Some good bookkeeping practices, how to build strong foundation, and some additional tips that I would like to give you all. Before we start, I have a question. How many of you are existing business owners? How many would like to start one? How many of you are employees or maybe investors in shares, crypto? So maybe put B for business, new for new business, E for employee, and I for investor. So I will see what stage you're at. B business, new, want to start a new business, BNN. Beautiful. All right. Whatever stage you're at, this webinar will help you and empower you, either in your business, in your personal financials, or to start a new one. So business mindset. Ruben mentioned it before. I hear a lot from clients, I only bake a couple of cakes during the weekend, I only build one website, and so on. Let me tell you something. If you're telling yourself that, you undersell yourself. And those thoughts and those beliefs does not allow you to grow and to reach your full potential in business and in your personal life. You are building a growing business. You are building a successful business. So from now on, I would like you to say to yourself, I am a successful business owner. I am building my personal wealth. This shift in mindset will allow you to grow. Think about it. What you think and what you visualize is what you become. So think big, visualize big. You will be that successful business owner. Another thing is bookkeeping is an investment. It's not a chore. Investment in time and investment in money. I know that lots of people don't like to do their bookkeeping. They don't like to do their personal tax because of many reasons. They don't understand what they're doing, how to do things. They don't see the importance of it. They're overwhelmed. But let me tell you, making the effort to invest time and money in your bookkeeping will be worthwhile for you. And the sooner you start, the better it is. Plus, the money you spend on your bookkeeping is tax deductible. So that's a plus. All right, let's go to talk about benefits of bookkeeping. What is bookkeeping? What do you think bookkeeping is? What do you think bookkeeping is? Let me know, write in the chat. A sentence, a word, what do you think bookkeeping is? What bookkeeping is to you? Any thoughts? All right. I will tell you organization financial, correct, saving all the receipts, okay, correct as well, keeping records, recording income and expenses, brilliant. A nightmare to some, yes, I can help you to make it not a nightmare. All of the above is correct. Pain in the, I love it. All right. So simply, if you look at Oxford Dictionary, bookkeeping is the job or activity of keeping an accurate record of the business accounts. Like you said. Now, good bookkeeping applies to everyone, not only for those of you who are running a business. Think of it from a personal point of view, for example. It will help you to manage your household budget, track your spending, showing you where money is going to, and plan for big expenses or for future goals. If you are investing either in property, crypto, or stocks, you want to know where the money is, how are you doing? Track your portfolio. So why is it important? Firstly, to keep track of all the business transactions, like most of you said. By capturing the business activities, you can keep track of how much sales you make, what the business expenses are, and to make sure that you are not missing any transactions. Secondly, you get a clear picture of your business financial position. So when all of the transactions are captured in one place, you can have, again, a clear picture and understanding of your business financial position. It will enable you to see if the business is generating a profit or running at a loss. Another thing is you can make informed business decisions based on accurate data and not guess things. So following the first 2 points that I mentioned, when all the data is in one place, it's accurate and it is up to date, you can see where your business is going. And you can decide, make informed decision, for example, on cutting costs, increasing your pricing if needs be, to make sure that your business is running at a profit and increasing profit. And to simplify your BAS, which is in Australia Business Activity Statement. If your business is registered for GST, you need to lodge your BAS normally every quarter. So when you have good bookkeeping strategies, BAS and tax preparation are much easier and much quicker when all the activities are already recorded. Ultimately, you will save time and you will save money. You don't need to give your tax agent or BAS agent a shoebox with receipts. You can give them all the data. All right, so let's talk about some good bookkeeping practices that you can implement. Do you currently have any systems and processes in place? Can you please type yes or no, Y or N, if you have any processes? No. QuickBooks? Yes, brilliant. I use Excel? No. Spreadsheets? Yes, 0. Brilliant. Love it, guys. All right. So from my experience, business owners tend to put aside their bookkeeping when they don't have good processes in place. So let's talk about some of the processes that we can implement to make sure that your business and personal finances are up to date. Let's start by listing and mapping all the bookkeeping tasks that you think you need to do in your business to make sure that you know exactly what needs to be done and what apply to your business. So what tasks do you think, or what tasks you're currently doing within your bookkeeping? For example, invoicing will be one task. Would you like to write some tasks that you are currently performing or think that you need to perform? What do you reckon? What other tasks? Journaling, invoicing, logging kilometers, create profit and loss. Brilliant. I love it. Those are some, definitely. So the first step is to map all of your bookkeeping activities, keeping receipts, summarizing, keeping expenses, journals, invoicing, tax return. Beautiful. I've listed a few here. Invoicing is definitely one of them, like many of you said. Record business transactions, so all the expenses and all the income, like many of you said as well. Bill payments, making sure to record bill from your suppliers and make sure to pay them, obviously. Bank reconciliations, so to make sure that all the transactions are actually recorded and matching to the bank. Review financial reports. Some of you mentioned the profit and loss, for example. That's a very important report that you would like to, that you want to have a look at in order to analyze your business. Payroll, if you will have at any stage, maybe some of you already does, and the business activity statement. So those are just very few. There are many more, not many, but there are more that you can, more tasks. Who would like to receive from me a complete bookkeeping task schedule that will help you with all the bookkeeping tasks and when I suggest to do them? Let me know. Me? Yes, me. Yes, thank you. I will send you tomorrow. All of you guys, I will send you a comprehensive bookkeeping, tasks. So those bookkeeping tasks and some more, and when I suggest you to do that. Now, the second step, after we have worked out what tasks we need to work and what frequency, and this will be in my guide. Now, this will depend on obviously the volume of your transactions, how many and what tasks you need to perform. Each business is different. Now, after we mapped all the tasks, consistency and accuracy of bookkeeping is extremely important. Again, when we neglect and put aside the bookkeeping, it is much, much, much harder to get back to it. You don't know where you have been, you don't remember what you have done, you feel overwhelmed, so then you log out again from your software, and then you try again after a week or a month, and then you feel even more overwhelmed. Don't also forget that practice makes perfect. So the more frequently you are doing your bookkeeping, the more practice you get, the better you get with it, and the more confidence you feel. So please, dedicate time for your bookkeeping. Again, depending on the volume of transactions, some of you may need to do it weekly, daily, monthly, quarterly. Doesn't matter. Just be consistent. Be organized and be methodical. Don't neglect anything. Be consistent, I said. And set reminder for tasks, especially for those obligations, for bus lodgement, for payroll, for tax. Set reminders in your calendar. Now that we know what task we are going to do and when and how frequent we need to do them, the next step that I strongly recommend you to do is to create simple systems to keep those tasks manageable. It's kind of routines that will make you that will make everything feel easier. And today I would like to focus on two important aspects of bookkeeping processes. Now, some of you mentioned it when I asked what bookkeeping is, and you said, and what task? You said to keep receipts. So record keeping is very important for compliance, both for businesses and both for investment as well, because if you have portfolio, if you have rentals, you need to keep all the receipts for tax purposes at the end of the financial year. So I suggest to create a simple filing system. It can be electronically, doesn't need to be hard copies, but you need to know what records to keep, how to keep them, and make sure that they're accessible in case of an audit. Recently, I had a client contacted me to have a session just on this subject. So they're doing their own bookkeeping for a while, proficient with the accounting software. Everything is well, but they were unsure of what to keep, what records to keep, for how long to keep them, what is the best system, how do they upload it to their accounting software. So we had a session just about that. Another thing I would recommend you to do is write procedure and guidelines. Now, hear me out. I don't want you to write an essay. I don't want you to write lengthy document. I would like you to write a simple, either workflow and step-by-step procedure for tasks that you need to perform to help you to complete those tasks. And why am I saying that? Being consistent in what you do will help you. One example is what happened if a client doesn't pay you. Most people will think to themselves, I will email this client tomorrow, next week, maybe they can't, maybe they didn't receive my email, maybe I will wait. If you have a system in place, a process in place that you have written, you don't need to think. You look at a document and you say, a week, client didn't pay me, I'm sending an email. 10 days after, I'm sending a second email. It doesn't matter what it is, it needs to work for you and for your business. And you can change your system in time. But I find that when you have a source document to go to look at as a guidelines, it's easier. Another thing is if you're using help in your business, VA or employee later down the track, it's easier when everyone is consistent. So you don't need to teach really anyone. They have those procedures and workflow for everything. And again, something very simple, very short, just to keep you accounted for and to help you. And lastly, and most importantly, seek help when required. Don't be ashamed. There are no stupid questions, no silly questions. If you don't know something, ask for advice. Make sure that you set up good, strong foundations for your business that allow you to grow. This is something that I do with clients, those strategic sessions every now and a while, some of them regularly, every month, every quarter, working on strategies, working on the software to teach you how to use it. And sometimes think about it, you don't know what you don't know. And only when you talk to somebody and they ask you a guided question, you realize things that you haven't thought about. All right, simple strategies so far. Who think that those strategies can save you time and money and reduce your stress? Please write one if you think, or yes, or something in the chat. One, yes, one, love it. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. All right. Let's continue building strong foundations for your business. Firstly, the most important thing, if you don't already have it, it is something that I strongly recommend you to do, is having a dedicated bank account for the business. If you're a sole trader in Australia, it doesn't necessarily need to be a business bank account, as long as it's separate bank account for your business. Strongly recommend. Please, guys, do that if you haven't already. Why is it important? Firstly, I'm going back to how we started. You established a business mindset. You may think that you start small, but starting the business with the right mindset will encourage you to think and behave as a successful business owner. Secondly, you're making sure that you are not missing any deductible expenses, which is important because if you're paying from personal bank account, from credit card, by cash, it is much harder to keep track and miss transactions, and you don't want to do that. Thirdly, you'll get a better view of your business financial position with a dedicated bank account. By simply logging into your bank account, you can check the bottom line and see the cash movement in and out, see where your business is at. As a business owner, it is extremely important that you are on top of your financials. As a personal as well, you want to know what you are spending on. As an investor, if you have shares, you want to know if you're profitable, how much you bought and how much you gain when you sold your shares. And lastly, it is much easier and less time consuming when all the transaction in one bank account. And sorry, not only one bank account, but I meant separate bank account for the business. You don't need to sift through. I have a couple of clients this financial year that I helped to prepare the records for the tax agent at the end of the financial year, not using a separate bank account. So what they needed to do, a year worth of transactions to go and sift through each and every one and mark what was personal and what was a business expense. If everything is through the business bank account, it will save you this hassle and this headache and this time and this money. Another thing is that you can link your bank account to the accounting software to streamline your business, your bookkeeping, sorry, and I will talk about it next. So using an accounting software. If you don't already, I strongly, again, recommend you to do that. And let me explain to you why. First, using an accounting software will save you time and money. How many of you, somebody is asking me, I will jump on that. Somebody is asking me, is it worthwhile to open a dedicated business bank account before you make money, before you have income? 100% yes. Don't forget that when you start your business at the beginning, most of us have expenses. We have expenses to start our business. Even the business registration, if you're registering a business name, hosting of your website, if you buy a domain, you have an expenses. So you want the expenses to be in one place before you start generating money. All right, makes sense? So yes, have a dedicated bank account. Yeah, and somebody wrote your first customer will need an account to pay into 100%, and you want it to be the business bank account. Thank you for this comment, Leanne. 100% right. All right. So those of you who already use an accounting software, and I've seen that some of you do you agree with me that it saves you time using an accounting software, please put yes. Yes or one in the comments. Yes, one. Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. 100%, guys. So you hear it from business owners as well that are using an accounting software. Using an accounting software, again, will save you time, will save you money. Don't forget that your time is valuable, that your time worth money. The time that it will save you by using an accounting software, you can make money. You can work on your business. Second point is accessibility and scalability. Accounting software is cloud-based. You can log in from anywhere in the world, anywhere, wherever you are. Think about it. If you're going to a client, if you're a trader, for example, you're going to a client for a quote. You can sit in your car in their home, send them a quote. Another thing is that the accounting software keep changing and keep upgrading. So the software companies are improving the software in a sense, giving you more capabilities. Another thing is bookkeeping on the go. All software will have a mobile app that will allow you, again, like I said, to send quote, have a look at where you're at, snap receipts for compliance. And some of them even have mileage tracking, so for travel or compliance. Next one is collaboration. Using an accounting software, you can simply invite your bookkeeper, tax agent, and accountant. You don't need to give them Excel, download bank statement, give them shoeboxes, easier. You can also invite team members, your VA team member, to help you in the software. And you can limit, by the way, the access that you give them. So you can give each team member only access to parts of the software that you want to see. Link to the bank account, I spoke about it before. When you link the bank account to the software, you streamline your business, your bookkeeping with the automated bank feed, and you can link multiple bank accounts. So not just the one. If you have few business bank accounts, you can link them on. And lastly, accuracy of data. When it is automated bank feeds and you don't manually add transactions, data is accurate. Simple as that. And when you reconcile your bank at the end of the month, you will see it in my the guide that I will send you tomorrow. You know for 100% that your software matches the bank. Now, somebody asked me, and that's the next slide, what software to use. The three most used software in Australia, and QuickBooks and Xero are also worldwide, are QuickBooks is one of the leading accounting solutions for small businesses. It was developed and marketed by Intuit in 1983. In my opinion, it is affordable. It has great value for money, and they have a great customer support, phone support, which is important. Second one is Xero. Xero was actually developed as cloud-based accounting software, and it is used by most accountants in Australia. They have 24/7 email support only. MYOB, funny, it stands for Mind Your Own Business. It is an Australian accounting software, and out of all those leading accounting software, it has been in the market for longest. Again, it is an Australian company, and they also have phone support. Now to the question, which one to choose? Like everything, there is no one size fit all. There is no one that I will recommend more than the other. It depends on you and your business needs. So you need to make sure that the software that you choose suits for you and your business. And during my coaching sessions, we're going through some questions to make sure that we choose the right software for you. Now, I had client reached out to me a few months ago. Sorry, I was just reading the question. I had client reaching out to me. They used a software which was, when they started it, it was free one. They loved it. They knew how to use it. The accountant told them to switch to a different software. And sorry to all the accountant. So this client switched, called me in despair, telling me I haven't done my bookkeeping for a few months because I don't know how to use this software. I was feeling confident before, now I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to use this software. So we have done one-on-one training session to help them with the new software. So those who know me knows I don't believe in dictating what to do, which software to use, because it is not right to choose something before because it might be easier for me as a bookkeeper. I love working with all three. I love teaching all those three, and I will make sure that we choose the right one for you. Another thing is I had a friend, we had a chat a couple of weeks ago, telling me, look, I'm paying way too much for my accounting software. I don't know what to do. 10-minute conversation, we realized that they are using a subscription that they don't actually need because it gives them more than the functionality that they need. So on the spot in this phone conversation, my friend downgraded a subscription, saving $420 a year. It is a lot of money, guys. So make sure to choose one that is right for you and for your business again. I've used MYOB and Zero, and MYOB seemed to be for larger businesses. Is that correct? Not necessarily. MYOB has different softwares. MYOB Business suited for small businesses. MYOB Account Right is for bigger businesses, yes, with lots of payroll and inventory. So again, guys, it's a matter of asking the question, what do you need from your software? What does your business need? And where are you scaling up next in your business to make sure that the software can scale up with you? All right, I can't give one answer because there is no one fits all. All right, so let's stop for a second. I would like you to think, what would you do with an extra 2 hours a week? Would you go sightseeing? Would you go traveling? Go to the beach with your family? Go for a picnic? Go for a ride? Play board game with your family? Make jigsaw puzzles? I just finished mine. With everything that we have covered so far, with the strategies, with having a dedicated bank account, with using an accounting software, you can gain 2 hours in a week. Go to sleep. Yes, that's a good one. Love more sleep. You can save those 2 hours. Now, date myself. I love it. Another tip I would like to give you guys. What I would like you to also do, think about it, to have another bank account for your business and to call it a hold account. This account, I would like you to put aside money for obligation, like your GST and your tax, and for incidentals. So have a safety buffer for the unexpected, It may be if you might have big business expense. It might be if you own a home and you need for repairs or something, or for the holiday that you want to take. Put some money aside in a different bank account and save some money. And you can link this to your software as well. So like I said, you can link many bank accounts. Now, how much to put? This is just a thumb rule, really. What happened is in Australia, if you're a sole trader, you don't pay tax during the year like employee does. So when you submit your taxes at the end of the financial year, you kind of find yourself with a huge bill to pay. And if you will constantly put money aside every month into this hold account, you know that you are covered to pay your obligations. About 25% of your income will be fine for tax. Again, that's just a thumb rule, and you can always use the money to pay for business expenses, yeah, or transfer it back to the main account. For GST obligations, 10% of your income less the GST deductible purchases. So again, this will give you a safety buffer to make sure that you're covered with your obligations. All right, I think I'm talking for over half an hour. So I hope that those strategies, workflows, using an accounting software, dedicated bank account, help you. How we can work together. So I offer bookkeeping and BAS ongoing services for those of you who wants to leave everything for me, and accounting software and setup training. Accounting software services, which is either set up your software, make sure we set it right from the get-go to allow you to analyze your business, to allow you to do your bookkeeping proficiently. I provide one-on-one training on the software, whichever software you choose to use, and health checks. So for those of you who are already using an accounting software and never had a bookkeeper to look at it, I will check and make sure that you're doing everything right. Another one is the bookkeeping coaching. We'll work one-on-one on your bookkeeping processes, strategies, how to choose an accounting software that is right for you. One-on-one training on the software that you use. Any questions, big or small, I will answer. So with my coaching, we can help you to reduce your stress, and gain control of your bookkeeping. I can help you to gain confidence and feel in control when you're handling your bookkeeping. I can help you to save time by implementing efficient systems and processes to avoid costly mistakes. I had a client, they were doing their own bookkeeping and they engaged me to lodge BAS for them. So obviously not obviously, but when I'm lodging BAS, I don't take face value what the owner did. I'm looking at each and every transaction that they did. I saved them, and I'm not exaggerating, $40,000 mistake when recording GST incorrectly, because they didn't know how to account properly for GST when buying supply from overseas. Guys, this is huge. This is huge. When you don't know how to record things, this is costly. This is money that actually they got back from the ATO. Another one is a client that were using warehouse and didn't realize that GST applies to commercial properties in some cases. In their cases, it was GST deductible. So again, that was about $120 back to their pocket every month that they wouldn't have claimed otherwise. So again, avoid costly mistakes. Again, financial clarity, I can help you to look and understand and analyze your reports, your profit and loss, see where you're making money and where your money is going. Better cash flow, we will look at your cash flow reports. And again, saving money, because once you implement those strategies and get good foundations for your business, you ultimately save money. Now, as a special offer, guys, for joining me today, for the next 2 weeks, I am offering a 12% discount on all my coaching and one-on-one training services. Just book a call, no obligation, 15 minutes call with me to discuss how I can help you, and we can move on from there. That's it. Thank you. I will stop sharing and I can see you all. We might have time for a question. Ruben, shall I give you the floor or?
Wonderful. Yes, happy to field the questions for you. Guys, can we give a big thank you to Hannah? What an amazing, amazing job. She has made what looks a tough job so simple. Who agrees?
Thank you.
I'm seeing something that we all shun away from that has to be done if we want to be successful in our business and in producing income and wealth. So we want to, just appreciate Hannah so much. Is, in just under an hour, taught us some things that are really powerful that we can use as strategies. So how many of you, if you have a question, would love you to either type it in. Probably might be a good idea to type it in because we've got about 38.
Let's type it in.
Yeah, so if anyone's got a question or clarity on anything, but
before we do, sorry, Robin, you wanted?
Go on.
I wanted to say before we do that, what's your biggest takeaway? What's your aha moment? I haven't thought about it. I would love to hear your thoughts, guys. Let me know in the chat and the whole account. Love it. Yeah. It's funny because I just had last week a client, and this client has financial background, but still we had this session to ask about this whole account. Excellent, thank you. Thank you. One of Hannah's. Return on investment from using a software. Brilliant. Any question, guys? I think I've whatever I managed to see during my presentation, I answered, but if I didn't answer your question, I have an investment. It has not generated bonus or interest. Do you want to elaborate on that? And I still learned a few things. Thank you. Start documenting. Take away that bookkeeping isn't scary. Thank you. Love it. That's exactly why I do what I do and what I'm passionate about. So to take the overwhelm from you guys and let me see if there are any questions that we have missed.
Seems like no one has questions there.
No, I don't
You
see.
covered yourself very well.
Yeah, mobile app is very common to me.
She said, I have an investment. It has not generated bonus or interest. I don't know if Teresa can elaborate on that. I'm assuming she's probably asking, what do I do about that? Maybe could be the question. So if there's that has not generated bonus or interest.
So the question is with bookkeeping, how much?
I guess what would the big bookkeeping?
How much an entry-level accounting? You mean accounting software? How much does it cost? Yes. MYOB and QuickBooks are about $29 per month. That's the simplest. The lower subscription. So about 27, 29 a month. Think about it, the accounting software, even if you do only 7 per year, it's the expenses as well that it track, okay? It's also another place for you to keep records, so you can attach your receipts for tax compliance as well. All right, so that's another benefit of the software. What do I do about it regarding bookkeeping? With your investment? What I was talking about with the investment of the bookkeeping is that that you need to keep the records for tax compliances, okay? And see if you didn't generate a profit, then you don't pay tax on it, obviously. But what I meant is from keeping record perspective. Hope I answered your question, because I'm always curious to know. If you can submit, like, you can submit your, I can teach you how to submit your BAS if that's something that you choose to do. With taxes, I'm not a tax agent, so I can't recommend you to lodge your taxes by yourself. Okay? I would recommend you guys at least once to use a BAS agent or a tax agent to make sure that you're doing the right thing. Because it is not only the accuracy of the bookkeeping, there are lots of compliances and laws and that you need to know about. Okay, so the tax agent will know if, like, what capital gains, what the implication if you bought a car, for example, for the business. If there are any, how does it called? Any offsets, okay? Those are only the tax agent can advise you. So yes, your records might be perfect, but if you don't know what you can claim as offsets, then you're losing. All right? So that's the thing of using a professional, like a BAS agent or a tax agent, because they will know what you can claim and what not, and what offsets to ask for you, okay? So that's very important thing. You can always do it yourself, but then you're taking the risk of not maximizing your return. So you might pay more taxes if you do it yourself. My takeaway: save time, keep receipts, I have business. What is the most common mistake people made? So the most common mistake that people make with the bookkeeping is not allocating properly. So for example, when a sole trader take money for personal use, or when a sole trader pay their taxes, they put it accidentally, not knowing, as a business expense. It is not business, it's personal. Another one, like I mentioned before, is GST. If you don't know how to account for GST properly, it can be very costly for you. So that's the two. Another one is not knowing what you can claim and what not. Okay, so sometimes you might miss deductible expenses because you don't know that you can claim it. And from the other hand, you might claim something that you can't. So those are my top 3. All right, I think I've answered all the questions. So unless anyone have any more question, we will wrap it. It's 8:30. Ruben?
Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you, Hannah. Again, very, very well done. And hey, guys, how many of you know it's not easy coming and presenting on here, right? So we want to give her, apart from the professionalism, the excellent information, can we also say thank you to Hannah for great presentation skills? And I'm sure she was not stressed in any way, shape, or form. She looks really super cool, right? Hannah, you did very well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure. Guys, just to put into perspective before we finish, one thing I just wanted to share here that I think would just kind of take this home a little bit and help is this screen that I normally like to share with my clients on when you're running a business. I found that there are three most important things to keep your hand on the buzzer on. And financial intelligence is one of the biggest things, right? And so what Hannah is teaching us today is not just about making money, but learning how to keep it, learning how to minimize unnecessary expenses, learning how to put things properly in terms of taxes, learning how to even look at your return on investment, look at how it's tracking, right? So this section here helps us create more cash flow. How many of you would like to create more cash flow in your business? It's not just about producing more sales. Sometimes it's just the fact that you have better keeping of your books. I can minimize some of the outgoings that you, even with the GST, like she was telling us earlier, putting it in rightly for those in Australia, for other countries, again, just similar sort of ability to know when you have someone who's guiding you, the things that will help you. So this is just something that I hope might give you a little bit more added understanding. So, apart from the other two things, the customer service and marketing and sales, literally, these are the only three things you need to keep your hand on the buzzer if you're running your own business. Okay. And financial intelligence, as we like to call it, FI, very, very important to keep our hand on the buzzer. Would you agree? Right. And so that's an important thing. So, Hannah, thank you again. I think we've all definitely learned something. Those who are interested. So we do have some who are your existing clients. If you are an existing customer, client with Hannah, can you put a 888 in the chat group just so that we can see that you're there? Because I already had one person we saw notice was giving you such a great rapport and learned something today as well. Brilliant. Look at that. Few of you guys here who can testify that this has been she's been a great help. And anyone who's not yet got Hannah as a bookkeeper and would like to, she's got an amazing offer for the next 2 weeks. So please connect and reach out to her. And I can testify that she does not bite. Okay, she's very, very good. I think most accountants, we feel like will bite our heads and bookkeepers might do worse, but I can say she doesn't do that 100%. And my sister loves her, which is really important because my sister is super sensitive on things. And she really loves Hannah and says she's the best, amazing. So, hey, you've got that as well. Guys, thank you so much for being here. And Hannah, thank you again. And hey, remember, we want to create wealth, right? And to create wealth, we need to have these things in place and be aware of it as we go further and further. So for those who would like to join us, who've never joined us before, please feel free to connect with the person who contacted you, invited you here. You're welcome to join us for Wealth Hour every Monday. And we just create a mindset that is around wealth rather than riches, which includes riches, but rather than just looking at money, how to create a wealthy system and a wealthy lifestyle. And for those who are here who have never been in touch with Hannah, please get in touch with her and see what you can do in terms of your books as well. Otherwise, let's have a great rest of the Monday. I like to have 3 rules, which is number 1, be excited. Number 2, be excited even if there's nothing to be excited about. And number 3, don't forget rule number 1. You guys good with that? Let's have a great rest of the week. Enjoy, and we'll see you guys next Monday. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you all again. Love having you here. See ya.
Thank you.